June 18th, 1981. People come here because they feel there is a need to come. The consciousness in your body feels pleasure in coming here. So long as consciousness feels the need of anything, you will be compelled to do it. When consciousness leaves, there will be no more bondage. Other than this sense of presence, which we have because of consciousness, what has anybody got? The real happiness, without its counterpart, can only be there when consciousness leaves. So long as consciousness is there, so long happiness and unhappiness are there. Pure happiness can only be there when consciousness is not there. Whatever can be perceived is totally different from what I am. I have understood my Swarupa, my true nature, and I am that. It has nothing to do with whatever is manifested. You can isolate yourself from the consciousness never, unless the consciousness is pleased with you and gets rid of you. Consciousness opens the gate for you to transcend consciousness. There are two aspects. One is conceptual, dynamic consciousness, full of concepts, and the other is transcendent consciousness. Even the concept I am is not there. Conceptual, qualitative Brahman, the one that is full of concepts, is the outcome of the functioning body. But this consciousness is dead to me. It is gone. I have transcended that. So whatever is that other consciousness, that one which is without concepts. The principle that is conceptual and full of qualities, which I transcended, was like a very big ocean. Now it is mostly dried up, just the dregs remain. Only a very little bit is still there, only a few particles. What is pervading and prevailing is without concept or quality. What remains is talking to you now. Where is the question of birth or death for that remaining principle? You, with your wisdom, are stuck here. You are sticking to certain concepts. If you had no concepts, why should you come here? You study only those concepts which arise from within you. Those concepts which you do not like will not occur to you. Suppose you do not like mathematics. That subject will not appeal to you. It is a stranger to your concepts. You will be involved with only those subjects or matters which you like. Analyze your thoughts and see if this is not true. Find out the nature of your thoughts. Are they spiritual? I abide in the state where there is no mind. June 19th, 1981. All happenings are only in body consciousness. Personalities only exist in body consciousness. The usual knowledge is concerned only with the body image. You are not the body, You are the consciousness. There is no imprint of personality. It is the manifest consciousness which is functioning. This dynamic manifest consciousness is always in a fluid state. What will happen, no one can say. This dynamic consciousness does not have any concept that something good or bad is going to happen to it. It is just happening. No one is doing it. The message I am is there. The mind flow is also there. But it is not a personality. It is simply consciousness. The very idea that you are the body is ridiculous. Consciousness is experiencing its manifestation. A rare being will realize this. The worldly life of jnani means the total functioning of consciousness. Normally, a person who is always thinking of others as personalities will not think of others simply as a function in consciousness. The play of consciousness will not come down to an individual level. It is quite different. It is manifestation only. Are you not a disciple of a great sage? How many years have you been going to him? For 7 or 8 years? Then why did you come here? I wanted to have your darshan. I wanted to meet you. When you are stabilized in your own self, then there is no otherness. You are everything. If you abide in yourself, you are like space, and there is no duality left. You are as expansive and as subtle as the space, and that is mukti, liberation. You are not conditioned by any name or form. If you are like space, what is the point of going elsewhere? The space which is here is also everywhere else. Spirituality is not a child's play. My sentences will tear to pieces the doubts of anyone who listens to them. First of all, you abide in your own self and then transcend it. And in transcending, you will realize the ultimate state. The words emanating here are not borrowed knowledge, which is available in scriptures and other books. This is from direct experience. Nirupana means the normal practice of these professional spiritual people. They will be expounding knowledge from various books. You must thoroughly understand what you are, or what you could be when nothing is. When nothing is, you still are. What is that you? It is all one. And when everything is, still you are. That is understandable. But when nothing is, how can I be? June 21st, 1981, morning. Any image you have of yourself is not true. True knowledge is to abide in your own self. try to understand all this knowledge which you are now gathering. The so-called knowledge you get elsewhere talks only about ignorance. It cannot talk about the self, true knowledge. All of what is pursued by the mind, it is not true knowledge. True knowledge cannot be understood easily. If I had the experience I am before, would I care to enter the womb of my mother? Prior to entering the womb, I did not know myself. There was no knowledge of I amness. All so-called knowledge is tainted by words, which is only ignorance. You, as the Absolute, watch the waking state. You know consciousness. You know the sleeping state. Therefore, you are not that. Among the millions of people who have come and gone, where am I counted among them? There is no individuality connected with any of those forms. But I have always been, and I am the total functioning. Without me, the functioning cannot take place. I am the total functioning every moment, millions of years ago or now. In spite of my clearly understanding this, the bodily suffering has to be undergone because of the consciousness. The name of the consciousness is suffering itself. The life of suffering is nearly over. Whatever this principle is, together with the body and consciousness, it is experiencing all the sufferings and knows itself that it is worth millions of dollars, like a keg of gold. This principle, which has understood and realized what the suffering and the consciousness is worth millions. I do not follow the spirituality of the masses. In this play, spirituality of the common type will not be doled out to you. That ultimate you can never be lost. For whatever you have lost only the words. That ultimate you knows or feels I am without words. And through this I am comes the world knowledge. You are not in isolation. You are part and parcel of the world knowledge. Jiva Atman is the one who identifies with the body-mind as an individual, separate from the world. The Atman, the self, is only beingness or consciousness, which is the world. The ultimate principle which knows this beingness cannot be named at all. It cannot be approached or conditioned by any words. That is the ultimate state. I do not want meek and humble disciples. I want them to be powerful as I am. I do not make disciples. I make gurus. I want you to jump in the test tube in the process of this investigation. June 21st, 1981, p.m. How can I stay stable in awareness? You know you are. That itself is awareness. If you think that you have to be aware, then it becomes an experiential state. You want to experience something. Don't recognize your body as yourself. That is all right for your daily worldly affairs, identifying with the body. But when you have to understand yourself, don't understand that you are the body. You have the knowledge I am. That itself means you are. Awareness is that state in which the consciousness subsides into itself. This body is the expression of the product of the food consumed. Material is consumed in the form of food, and this is the result. When the food becomes less and less, the body is bound to become emaciated and thin. This is not your identity. This is not your image. This is a tiffin box, this body. Why has this face gone lean? Because the food supply has been reduced. But the food body you are not. The waking state you are not. The deep sleep state you are not. You know the waking state. And since you know the waking state, you are not the waking state. You know the deep sleep state. Therefore, you are not the deep sleep state. I am lost. That ultimate you can never be lost. Whatever you have lost only the words. Who told you that you are lost? You know you are. I am. The moment the feeling I am appears, the world also appears. You are is not alone in isolation. You are part and parcel of the world knowledge. In the consciousness hierarchy, there are 3 stages. The first is Jiva Atman, the one who identifies himself with the body-mind, one who thinks I am a body, a personality, an individual apart from the world. He excludes and isolates himself from the world as a separate personality because of identification with the body and the mind. The next, is only the beingness or consciousness, which is the world. I am means my whole world, just being and the world. Together with the beingness, the world is also felt. That is Atman, the self. The third and ultimate principle that knows this beingness cannot be termed at all. It cannot be approached or conditioned by any words. That is the ultimate state. This hierarchy I explain in common words, like, I have a grandson, that is Jiva Atman. I have a son, and I am the grandfather. Grandfather is the source of the son and grandson. The three stages cannot be termed as knowledge. The term knowledge comes at the beingness level. I have passed on to you the essence of my teachings. With what identity do you recognize yourself now? With what identity did you come into this world? With what identity would you like to quit this world? Normally, people cling to this bodily identity, but now I have thrown overboard this identity. You are not the body. I am asking, what are you? What would be your identity now, since you are not the body? Whatever you would say in words would be incorrect, would be wrong. You are tenaciously clinging to the body as yourself. You must have a firm conviction that you are not the body, and not even the consciousness in the beingness. Experiment upon yourself. You are witnessing the stick, and are you telling the stick that I am witnessing you? Nothing is useful. No talk is useful when one is by oneself. When one subsides in one's true identity, nothing matters, because nothing is. When I subsides, it's all awareness.